Okay, we're here today to talk about the selling process, the salesperson selling process, which really could be summarized here on this survey. Um, as we trained you, the first type of questions after you greet someone with a smile and a handshake. Welcome to Teddy Volkswagen. My name is Steve. In your name, what kind of information can I get you today? We do not want to say, may I help you? Second thing is to ask investigative questions. Investigative questions are either or questions. Do you want new or used? Are you buying large car, small car? You want fully loaded or not so loaded? These are the type of either or questions. Are you leasing? Are you financing? Are you paying cash? That's investigative either or questions. What brought you to the dealership? Are you here on a newspaper ad? Direct mail? Did you see us online? Are you here? How did you come to find out about us? The bridge represents the bypass. Again, as you're trained to bypass price. Sometimes very early on in the process, customers will ask you, "Oh, I seen a car online. I want it for $12,900. How much are these cars? What's your lowest rate?" You're trained to bypass. That's what this symbol is. The bypass is, well, the car costs around $22,000, sir. By the way, do you want a light color or a dark color? So again, acknowledge, bypass with an either or, either or. So how much? What's your lowest rates? We can get you rates as low as 0%. Hey, by the way, will that car be in your name or your wife's name? So acknowledge, bypass into an either or question. We want to know what the most important feature is. What is their hot button? Are they a budget buyer? Are they an economy buyer? You need to find that out here. What features, advantage, and benefits, what features they like. Then we get into the open-ended questions about family. Is this car for you? Are you married? Again, these are open-ended questions. Are you married? Do you have kids? Trying to find common ground, trying to build rapport with some personal questions. Where do you work? What do you do? Again, trying to find common ground, open-ended questions. What are you driving now? Tell me about that. Did you pay for it cash? Did you finance it? What are your payments now? What were the terms? Did you lease? When's your next payment due? Do you know how much you owe? By the way, how's your credit? If you're getting into this, you could ask about credit on a 1 to 10. So the survey is built to guide you through the process. Next page of the survey is to land them on a specific car. Create urgency. Try to say, hey, this is our best-selling car, or hey, we're having a sale today, or hey, the program's expire tomorrow, or hey, this used car, we're getting a lot of calls. Get the stock number of the car that you're on. If you don't have a specific stock number, get the car that we have that most closely resembles, so we could pencil. Then we take them on the test drive. That's when we start getting the yes questions. Hey, you really like this car, don't you? You really like that storage space. Isn't that important to you, isn't it? It has that TDI engine. You really wanted that, didn't you? You really wanted that navigation. Doesn't that work well? How about that Sirius radio? Isn't that great? You're really going to like that on those long trips, aren't you? So those are the yes questions. You want to get that going in the demo drive. Right at the landmark, starts asking some closing questions. When they pull in, hey, why don't you pull over here in the sold lane? Hey, why don't you go to your car and bring me your insurance and your registration so we can get this going? These are trial close questions. See if he goes along with it. On a scale of 1 to 10, please, how do you like the car? I like an 8. What makes it an 8? We do not want to ask what would make it a 10 because that's going to get him thinking about what he doesn't like. We want to get him thinking again. What do you like about the car? You really like that, don't you? So again, now we're getting ready to go for the close. So we're asking some positive questions. You'll come back to the desk and we'll desk you for the first pencil and we'll send you back. Now here's some other questions when you get to the desk that you should know. You should already have asked him what do you want, what his wants and needs, his hot buttons, the options, most important to you. You should have some rapport. You should have some personal information on the customer. Whether he's a family man, where he works, some personal information. Again, building rapport is crucial. You're not going to close people if they don't like you. Information about his previous deal. What is he paying now? What financing, leasing, so forth. What are your goals today, sir? Land him on a car, test drive, again, 1 to 10. So all these questions you should have answered by the time you come to the desk to help you get prepared to go back to start negotiating.